All right, so what's going on, everybody? So today is day 21. I'm at 559 elo. My opponent's at 584, and I push my queen's pawn out. Ended up bringing out my knight after that to f3 like I always do, and then I just kind of play from here here on out. End up trying to see what should I do, like how should I strategize ways to really get my pieces out also, and try to get like the upper hand in positioning, right? So I end up bringing out my second knight to a3, trying to push, I believe I was trying to push that pawn that was on c2 to c4 and attack that pawn that was on d5 actually, and then kind of open up the spot just in case it, anything else happens. I can be kind of just attacking that space right there on c4. I think next I'm trying to get my pawn out on that's on e2, probably to e3 or to e4, and so I can have more space with that bishop on f1. So he ends up taking my pawn. I end up taking with the knight. He ends up taking my knight. I end up taking with the pawn his bishop, and then I see I either can take with my queen, but if I do that I won't have any piece to get it back with, right? Because he's just gonna take with his queen. So I end up trying to freaking like attack his knight, and just trying to take it slow, seeing what possible moves he can make, if I'm in fork land or am I like free or what, you know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm doing right here and taking it really slow. I did not know this game was gonna go the mile it did, and I thought I was up the whole time, right? And didn't know that it was actually possible for me to lose this game, because the whole time I'm like, it's looking like I don't know, I got the overall advantage, it just looked like, right? But you guys will be surprised. Not saying I lost or won, but let's see, you have to find out. Anyways, I end up pushing up just in case, so I can end up bringing my rook into d1. I wanted to kind of fork, I wanted to attack his queen, right, with my knight that was on c4, and put my knight on d6 while my rook is on d1 and my queen is attacking something. But I'm trying to get a fork on his queen, right? Because just to put the same rook on the same file as your queen as his queen, it could later on do me good, right? When I'm trying to make checks and get people forked, and you know what I'm saying, just make him lose pieces and give me the advantage overall. So I end up castling, putting my rook on d1, my king on c1, and just trying to get an overall some type of positioning on his queen, and just trying to give myself a better position. Right here, I believe I'm thinking of bishop to d4 to attack that bishop. Then he attacks, and then I either give the check, or I don't know how that was gonna go, but yeah. So right here, he actually has me thinking with that move, because now it's like I can't move my knight to d6 because that bishop on f8 will be right there just attacking it and just able to take it out with no repercussions. So I'm like, what can I do to set myself up? So I think I just move my knight in a safe spot to e5, right under that pawn on e6, because if so, I can just give a check and then try to get in for the kill, but it's not gonna work with that queen in a way, right? So I'm like, okay, how can I get my bishop attacking that queen so I can set up a checkmate, right? I'm looking a bit confused here, like, bruh, what am I supposed to do if I take? I'm trying to go through all the moves. I'm like, okay, if I take that knight, he's just gonna take with the bishop, and it's like I can't take it back. I can't take that pawn back because I will just get my queen took, and then it's like we'll just be even. I don't want to be even, right? He's already up a pawn, so we wouldn't even be even. We would literally just be he would be up a pawn, I believe, even if we did exchange the whole exchange. So I'm like, how can I freaking get an advantage here, right? I'm like, if I take here, he's just gonna bring that bishop into play, that bishop that's on e7. And I'm just, you can see me being confused and looking certain ways, all type of ways, because chess, when you actually have to think. I hate when opponents actually make me think, even though that's what you play chess for. It's like, it's a good thinking game, and it just gets your mind off a lot of stuff, especially if you like, just if you're a big overthinker, like, and you play chess, it just calms you down. I don't know what it is, but I actually don't like thinking sometimes. Sometimes I just want to be able to beat people easily. I don't know if that's understandable. Anyways, I'm looking for, I end up putting that knight on e5 so I can give a check on b5 with my queen, but then he ends up doing that move, right? So I'm like, bro, okay. And I ended up standing up and walking away because I had to check something outside to see if a package came. Seeing that it wasn't, I'm so ready for my package to come. It's like everything wants to start moving as soon as you start playing chess. Everything wants to start happening. But he ended up moving that knight to d4, and it's like, it's stopping me. It's not allowing me to be able to give a check on b5 with my queen. Then he ends up putting this rook out. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy's actually playing good. He's actually starting to play good, because if he then brings that freaking pawn down on c5 to c4 and give me like trying to attack my queen, I won't be able to attack unless I just want to exchange queens, because I'll take his knight on d4, and then like he'll probably just take back, and then I'll take back with the bishop on e3. So it's like, I'm just trying to see how is this gonna work, you know? So I'm like, should I give a check? Which I can't, but I'm like, can I take that pawn? Because if I take the pawn, then he gives me a check. If I take the pawn, he comes down with the rook on c5, gives me a check because my queen is right along. So I'm like, let me move my queen out the way. I thought the smartest thing for me to do was just to move my queen out the way and get it off that file, right? Because I'm like, I'm not trying to get forked. I am not trying to get forked. Imagine like me getting forked for my, just it's the worst. So I'm like, okay. I ended up moving my my king to d2, so I won't be aligned with that, and so I can have more freedom, right? Not having to keep pieces back to protect the king and block and just all type of stuff. So I'm like, let me move. And yeah, this is where the game really begins. It's like, bro, none of us was backing down. I did think he was an easier opponent for some reason, but he actually played really well this game. Not gonna lie, I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, he did good. I don't know why they put me up against a person with 584 elo, and I'm only at 559. Even I know it's like 30 points off. It's not that much, but, or like 20 points off, but it's like still. Bro, you know I'm locking in when I got the 2 fingers on the mouth. You know I'm locking in. I thought I got forked right here. I'm like, did I get forked? But I'm like, nah, because you know when your queen and your king is close together, or any pieces are close, but it's like, bro, when a knight is in the vicinity, bro, it's like anything can happen. Like, bro, it's fork land, fork nation. I'm not trying to get forked in any type of way. So then I see that and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's trying to fork me. He's literally trying to fork me. I cannot move my queen unless I move my king, right? So I don't know what I ended up doing, but I think I made some smart plays after this. I definitely made some smart plays, but we'll see. Kind of forgot. So I'm sitting here thinking, not knowing that I got 5 minutes. Well, I got more time than him, but I ended up having less time than him somehow. It's crazy. I'm gonna give you guys a secret. I had 19 seconds in this game. He had a minute and something, probably a minute and 19. And let's see how it ended. Let's see. I'm pretty sure back then I was eyeing that my bishop on e3, trying to attack that pawn on c5, but I see that bishop That pawn is protected by two freaking aggressors, right? That pawn is protected by that bishop and that rook. The bishop on e7 and that rook on c8. He ends up taking my pawn. I think I ended up giving a check now, right? Did I? I think I ended up giving a check, while also threatening his queen. I give a check with my queen, and then I'm also threatening his queen with my rook on d1, right? But then I'm like, okay, he can move a piece and block it, right? So then I think I attack that pawn on b7, threatening his rook on c8. And let's see how this plays out. I thought I was playing good. I'm like, okay, I give a check. He can either move and lose his queen, or he move a bishop down, or he can move a rook down. Either way, he ended up choosing that, which was a great idea, because it's like, well, now look. So then I'm like, okay, let me move this right here to give attack, because if I just move my bishop from e3 to attack that on that pawn on a7, it wouldn't matter. So I'm like, okay, let me attack that pawn. He attacked my freaking knight. Yeah, I had to check again. I hadn't forgot in real time and in the freaking right now. So I just took his queen, and I'm like, wow, he blundered. He didn't know that he was pinned. So now I'm like, okay, this should be easy. I have the big advantage right now. Why not? But I think we're even. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep taking. I believed I end up bringing out my bishop to b6. Or did I? No, I didn't. That wouldn't be smart, because they would just get taken. So yeah, forgot what I did, but I was just trying to catch him on the back end. And I wanted to desperately bring out my rook on h1, bro. Oh my goodness, but it's like, it's so blocked. I can't move anything. I didn't want to move a pawn because he has two knights looking directly at me. This is the most scariest thing in the world, when you have two knights looking at you. And I'm just like, bro, how am I going to get this? But I was eyeing that knight right there, right? I'm like eyeing that knight. So I'm like, yeah, let me take the knight on e5, because it's protected. It's not protected, I mean, and I'm good. So I'm like, okay, let me take that knight, you know, so I can start getting my pieces out and getting this rook out. I need my rooks. I need all my pieces in play right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he ends up doing that. I end up taking that pawn right above, because that's the next safest thing to do. And then after that, come back down and take that knight if he doesn't move it, or take that bishop if he moves his knight. So I'm like, oh, this is a good spot for me, right? I'm just, because he's cooked. There's no way. So yep, I'm like, okay, well, we get it for another knight. His knights are cooked. He's just letting me demolish him right now for some reason. Couldn't do anything. It feels good when people can't do anything and you can just keep attacking them and keep I mean, there's nothing better. Nothing better. So I'm like, bro, I'm looking at that pawn on h7, right? That's protecting his king, and I'm like, what angles can I get? Like, can I get my bishops out? But my bishops aren't aligned, right? So I'm like, what can I do? What genuinely can I do? I'm trying to move my king really out the way so I can get my bishops out and my rook, right? But it's like, that's gonna be like 3 moves I have to make, and it's like, bro, he can just be giving me checks back to back, and I'm not willing to get checked. So I end up moving my bishop right there, attacking his bishop. Hopefully asking that he takes, yep, so then I can take. And bro, then I end up doing the dumbest thing ever. Didn't even see it. Little did I know we were about to be on the even playing field. It happens though. I was running out of time and I was getting nervous. I'm running out of time. But I'm like, the next best thing right here is to take that pawn on a7 because it's free. Why not? And I'm like, bro, is he gonna checkmate me? Because all he had to do was start bringing them freaking. Well, he couldn't bring those rooks down because if he brings them down and I move, then it's like his freaking king's on the back end. Like if I can get up on that on that row number 8 up there with no rooks, nothing attacking, bro, he's done. He's literally checkmate. So I'm like, if he does that, I can just move up my king and I'll run. I have to run with my king, basically, if he was to bring those rooks down. But I'm like, nah, he's not gonna do that, because if he does that, I can run and then I can just give a checkmate. He has no open spaces for his king. Just trying to figure out ways. Also, he's trying to figure out ways, you know. He played his best though. He was doing really good. He gave me a check right here. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little panicky. I'm like, oh my goodness, here it goes. So then I do the dumbest move. You guys probably can tell. I ended up aligning my queen with my freaking king. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm for it. One has to go. One literally has to go. And I have to attack right now. Yeah. And I'm only on 53 seconds, guys. And he has 2 whole minutes. Oh my goodness. I was like, oh my goodness. I thought I lost for sure. I'm like, bro, did I just lose? Is it going to be a draw? I'm like, I'm trying. At least let me get a draw, right? You guys would be surprised, bro. I'm like, 42 seconds. Oh my god, I'm trying to figure out every single thing, but I'm like, if I can get this knight on the back end, I'll win. Literally, I'll win. So I'm like, okay, if he takes that bishop, which I know he's not gonna do that now, I'm like, let me see what I can do. This guy does this. So then I'm like, okay, let me move my king out the way so I can get this knight. I want him to really just attack my bishop on a different space and let me get this knight. I mean, let me get this rook at the top up there. So I'm like, okay, what can he do? What can he do? If he just brings it up, I can just take this pawn. Not worried about that. And I'm cutting off space from his king. He can't move. Only move he can make now is G8 and G freaking F8 and all that, you know. So I'm like, okay, let me bring this here and block off G8 now and G7. So he can't move G7 or G8, right? And then I'm like, he ends up moving down a pawn, I believe. And I'm like, well, thank you. It's over with. It's over with. Then he ends up moving down on H that, and then I'm like, oh, yep, it's over with. Let's go. We got the win, guys. It was actually crazy. I did not think I was going to get this win, but we got it. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. We're currently at 568, I believe now. Bro, this is the highest I've ever been. I'm so close to 600. And I've only been grinding for like, I don't know, 20-some days. So, bro, this is crazy. Not even a whole month. But let's go, guys. Until next video, I'll see you guys. Peace. Look how excited I am.